I sadly hate saying this, but I have sold the wagon. And I figured I should do a follow-up video as to why would I ever sell the car that I claimed was the greatest car ever built, the most reliable car, and it was probably one of the cleaner wagons that was actively being driven as a daily. How's it going, everybody? So, update. I've been asked by several individuals. We have not seen a Mercedes W123 diesel video in a very long time. Why? What's going on? Do you still have this car? And I figured it probably was time that I update all the members of the audience that were interested in 123s. This is a 108. I'm never gonna sell this, just FYI. The status, whether I still had the Schnitzel sled, or AKA the 1985 Mercedes 300 TD Wagon, my beloved wagon. And I sadly hate saying this, but I have sold the wagon. And I figured I should do a follow-up video as to why would I ever sell the car that I claimed was the greatest car ever built, the most reliable car, and it was probably one of the cleaner wagons that was actively being driven as a daily on the road. So fast forward, this is the video now, and I'm releasing this because I do owe it to my fellow 123 fans an update. Now, good news is there is something in the works that is 123 related, and you're gonna love it, but that's coming out later on. So we'll do a video on that, and it's exciting and it's fun. And so I have had a dry spell that I did not have a wagon. So I have sold the wagon, if you are wondering. I know, it's shocking. Why would you sell the wagon? Here's the reason why. It ran and drove fantastic. It did everything that I wanted in a car. It outperformed my expectations in all the years that I had it. It truly set the benchmark of beyond what I ever expected out of a 40-year-old car. And it had a multitude of impactful moments on my life that when I look back, it was literally a time frame that this car had so many really powerful moments that just stuck with me. And so then we fast forward and like, well, how could you sell something like this? Truly, it came down to I was in a point where I could continue driving this car in the conditions and the all-weather situations, because at the time, my Land Rover wasn't really up to running in the way that I wanted. So that wagon was my daily in rain, snow, sun, all that. And I progressively, towards the last few years of owning it and daily driving it everywhere, and I mean everywhere, I drove that wagon everywhere, and it never once left me stranded. I could see moments on the car that were somewhat deteriorating. And that really hit me in my soul. I get it, daily drive it, don't give a crap, just do what its purpose was. The problem is that that car had survived this long, essentially forgotten about, sitting on the side, and it was used momentarily by other people throughout its life in a way that was daily driven. But I got it up to a category of where it looked ridiculously good, and it shined and it gleamed, and it really just sat there so proud. And then watching it, me driving it in these conditions on some of these, like, you know, we spray magnesium chloride on our roads, and that stuff is horrific for 123s. 123s do not hold up to wet conditions, let alone snowy conditions with salt or magnesium chloride. I don't care what you say you spray your underside with. It still affects them in a way that things will pop up that are slowly killing it. I found areas that I was slowly killing it. And it wasn't enough that I was like, oh God, this thing's falling apart. But it was enough that it hurt me. And it felt like I was kind of hurting the car. That essentially is the reason why I sold it. Now here is also the reason why I sold it. I am ridiculously picky about who bought this car. I had probably 15 showings of this car, and there was only one individual out of those 15 people that were interested in buying this car that I actually was going to release the car to. It's ridiculous. People are like, just sell it, get your money out of it, move on. That's not how it works. The car is like, it meant something to me. It was very meaningful to me. So I was very, very picky who the next caretaker would be, because the objective is for this vehicle to last another 40 years. And if it is done right and is taken care of in a way, and really things are worked on to preserve the car, 40 years is completely attainable. I believe that that car deserves 40 more years because they're just remarkable vehicles. There's nothing that is in this realm of today's modern automotive technology that will last to the benchmark that a 123 does. Given the circumstance that half of them, there's something wrong with them, and yet they just keep performing. There's nothing. It has completely blown my mind how amazing of a car it was all those years. And I cherish the memories that I had with it. So I was showing this car. I had listed it. It was at a price point that I was happy with and an individual that bought it. Hear this. This is the best part about it. His daughter drives a blue on blue, identical to the Wagon, 85 sedan. And he had reached out to me and said, hey, I really need this in my collection. My daughter has one, same color, same year. It's a sedan, blue on blue, father-daughter matching 123s. And at that moment, I was like, you're the one. And this individual is fantastic. And I check in periodically to see, hey, how's the car? Because I care about it. It's one of those cars that when it drove off, and I know this is cheesy because I'm a guy, like guys shouldn't cry over a car, but as being as transparent as I can be, I cried when that car drove away. That just kind of shows how much of an impact that car had. I guess some will understand the movement of the soul that cars have on us as individuals. That car was one of those vehicles that moved my soul. This amazing car moves my soul. So knowing that that car was going to a home that it was going to be loved just as much, if not more than I gave it, really set my tone and happiness in a way that I was able to let it go. I didn't want just some Joe Schmo. And you wouldn't believe it that some of the people that were looking at this, like one guy wanted, I'm not kidding, went and looked at the car, took it around for a test drive, and I like instantly read his body language. And he said the one thing that I'm like, oh really? He wanted to cut a hole in the hood, put a stack up through the hood. Yeah, that's not happening with this car. I'm like, I'll get back to you. Delete. So there was just a lot of situations that I'm like, I'm not selling this car to you. And I'm just real picky. So it went to a home that it truly is being loved and cared for. And they're the father-daughter matching Wagon and sedan. I think that's so cool. So for those of you wondering, I no longer have the Wagon, aka the Schnitzel sled, in my possession. I have sold it. However, as an update, and this will be coming out in the next video, I do have something brewing that I have obtained, and it's exciting, and it's 123 related, and I'm excited to share that with. And it'll be a fun project, good daily, because guess what? We just can't seem to let go once you get bit by the 123 bug. It's kind of like Lord of the Rings in that notorious ring. Can't give it up. But for this time being, the Wagon is no longer mine, but it is in a great home, and maybe sometime I'll fly out to Kansas City and visit the car and maybe do a video, follow-up video on it, because truly it was one of those cars that will forever remain in the memories of my lifetime, hands down. And it was great to see that I brought it back from essentially being forgotten and a good chance of possibly going to the scrapyard to a point where I had people who were turning their heads and like, that is a sweet Wagon. That realm of being forgotten to turning heads at it, going down the highway and getting thumbs up, you know, you brought that car back to life and with a purpose. And for me, at the end of the day, saving these cars and giving them a new lease on life is about the greatest feeling and purpose that I can do. So with that being said, enough of me yapping, and stay tuned for more automotive videos for part 2 coming out. And yeah, you guys take care. See ya.